If you don't already know by now, the Chinese tech manufacturer Xiaomi makes many consumer tech products. It's not just phones and it's not just wireless earbuds we're talking. They make everything from shower heads to bathroom seats to vacuum cleaners like those robotic ones, and even a smart lock. And in China they have like different branches, for example a Poco branch, and over here we have a padlock from Xiaomi Youdian. Yeah, something like Youdian. I'm not too sure how to pronounce it, but anyways, let's get into this. So this is a smart padlock. Actually, it's more like just a fingerprint sensor padlock, but they do quite smart in the listing, and it comes from China. I mean, everyone should already expect that. And let's open up this real quick. For a padlock, $20 is not particularly cheap, but considering you do have a fingerprint sensor, we'll see whether it's worth it for your money. Opening it up, it reveals the padlock presented in a plastic bag surrounded by foam. I mean, it's extra protection, which is always a thumbs up from me. Anyways, I chose the gold color option, which let me just take it out real quick from the bag. And yeah, it looks quite nice from the start. And it has the fingerprint. Let's see if there's any juice. Okay, there's still some battery left. And yeah, this is a rechargeable battery. It's by micro USB. Let's check what other accessories we do get inside the box. So we only get two more things. First, we do get a relatively short micro USB cable, as long as a pretty thick instruction manual, which will be very handy as I can't find any online manuals about this. So I'm gonna keep this and not throw away like what I've done with any other instruction manuals I've received for the past few years. And yes, it's the English version and Chinese version both in it. Okay, now let's look at the lock. First impressions is it feels very sturdy, like it actually feels good in the hand. And yeah, I mean, I just set it up a few minutes ago and right now it works. It works. It is not a fake product like, you know, those wish.coms where anyone's fingerprint can unlock the lock. Anyways, the purpose of me buying this lock is that I'll be using a public locker for months, and after 3 months of using it, it works fine, and the battery lasts 3 months after a full charge of half an hour. However, after 3 months, there's some wear and tear like scratches, as you can see over here when I shine it directly at the light. You can see there's a crease going all around the body, like those center line that you see, and the scratches are really micro scratches, but there's a lot of them if you look closely. So speaking of the crease, it runs around the charging port and it charges through micro USB, and it still works after 3 months, 100% performance. It's not water resistant, officially water resistant, but we'll test that out in the splash test later. One more thing I do realize is that every time I unlock it, there is like this same problem for every lock, this hole in the middle, which sometimes some dust get trapped inside and it builds out over time. Since I'm not that fussy, I'll just forget about it. But what I can't forget about is this crease going around. It's really getting larger. I mean, if you look at the before video when I just unboxed it, the crease doesn't really have such a big gap. I mean, you can't really tell the difference until you feel it and you run your fingers over it, but it is get. Now let's splash some water and see whether it can get in. I'm not gonna just dunk this in the water because I think I'll still need it. Because I don't have a spare lock right now, and I'll be using it tomorrow onwards for the next 3 months. And I'll update you in 3 months time if any of you are still interested. So when there's water on the fingerprint sensor, it cannot record, and if my fingers are wet, it also can't recognize my fingerprint. But after some drying with a tissue, everything just worked. I'm not sure this will be the case too if I dunk it in water, given that the crease is quite concerning. And dropping it, I don't want to drop it yet. I mean, at the end of me using this lock, I might probably just do a drop test, dunk it in water, but right now it survived quite a lot, to be honest, because it's open air, so every time when it rains, my lock gets wet. Okay, anyways, this is the Youdian lock, and it's $20. I won't say whether it's really worth it for a lock, because you don't really need a fingerprint sensor for a lock. But if you're gonna use it every day, unlock it on it might be a good investment. Before I end this video, I just want to apologize for the inconsistent upload schedule. Recently my schedule has been quite tight, but I'll still try to post as much as I can. I have a S20 Plus review, a Galaxy Note 20 Ultra review soon, an iPhone 12 Pro Max review soon, and a few other like the Poco X3 Pro, and stay tuned for that. With that being said, thanks for watching, I'll catch you guys in the next one.